This episode of the Golf Gambling Podcast from the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Underdog. Get up to $1,000 deposit match when you sign up at UnderdogFantasy.com, promo code SGPN, promo code Golf SGPN, actually. The Sports Gambling Podcast is doing another pack break with DAPS Tuesday night, 7 p.m. Pacific. Get your team now because they will sell out. Go to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/break and use promo code SGPN for 10% off. Sportsgamblingpodcast.com/break. Shout out I Prevail. Also, we're brought to you by mybookie.ag. MyBookie is your place to bet on every single sport, including the MLB, WNBA, golf, and of course, football futures. They accept customers from everywhere. Easy deposit, lightning fast payout using crypto. So head to mybookie.ag, promo code SGPN. Golf SGPN, sorry, that's mybookie.ag, promo code Golf SGPN. And finally, Rhythm. Power trends are here. They are called smart signals. They continue to crush it with smart signals, essentially the best of what their house model has to offer. They are AI detected patterns that has a high ROI. Think of a strikeout prop that wins 59% of the time when the line and win probability hit a certain threshold. Smart signals are updated daily, so head to Rhythm. Get your 7-day free trial by going to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/rhythm. All right, we are live, DFS show, and we have a short field and a short range. So bear with me. I'm going to rattle through these and try to build you some lineups. Just talk about talk about some names at the top. So four guys over, actually, sorry, not four guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 guys over $10,000, and we have no 5K range, obviously. So there's definitely some strategy up here. Are we going to Rory? Are we going to Scotty? I think the answer this week is Rory McIlroy up at the top. He is 11,400, gives you some salary because he is 2,000 cheaper than Scotty. Will Scotty be around? Yes. Will Scotty finish T7 possibly? Maybe. And that will work as a fade because I truthfully think this is a much better Rory golf course than it is a Scotty golf course. You have to ask yourself, though, how much is Rory really into it? How much does Rory care right now? Whether he cares, whether he doesn't care, I still think that's T3 or better. Think of what Rory McIlroy is. Long and straight off the tee. Great middle iron and wedge player, and he can definitely take it deep in a birdie fest. So I'm down for Rory. I think he's just free and clear to just play good golf. I don't think he's really too concerned about winning at Caves Valley, which is when Rory's at his most dangerous self. So I love Rory to start your lineups. I don't trust Xander Schauffele off the tee right now, and if you're not in position off the tee, you can't make birdies. And Tommy Fleetwood, sure, T10, but I don't think it's worth it at 10,400. This is a little bit too many birdies. Just I don't really know how I feel about Tommy Fleetwood. So Ludwig Gobert, 10,200 is probably going to be my next pick. He's going to be a little bit chalky, but Ludwig on a golf course where it makes sense for him is usually a good play, in my opinion. So Ludwig is long and straight off the tee. What he's doing in terms of the ball striking right now is some of the most consistent and steady of his entire career. He was all green last week with his T9 at TPC Southwind, and he's simply just playing consistent, steady golf. Even though he's not really getting into the mix, we know what that can mean soon enough. Ludwig pop, Ludwig get into contention, Ludwig possibly win. So I like him. I like Rory in the 10K range. Down to the 9K range, we have Cameron Young, 98, down to, and Sep Straka is not in the field, down to Ben Griffin, 9,100. I think the absolute hammer play in this range is Victor Hovland, $9,200. Think of Victor Hovland's style golf courses. Northeast, bents, long and straight off the tee, and make some birdies with thick rough. That is where Victor makes some hay, almost one on a very similar visual design like Oakmont, not the same scoring, not the same style of golf, but visually ethos similar to Oakmont. And Victor's done it well at BMW Championships. Victor's done it well in this area of the country, even Oak Hill. So I'm definitely down for him. I love that he didn't play great last week at TPC Southwind. Going to take some buzz off of him, and we're getting a great price. So $9,200, Victor Hovland, absolute hammer for me this week. And then I'd go all the way back up to Cameron Young, $9,800. Trendy, but sometimes you don't overthink it. You play the hot golfer, and CY is doing some great stuff right now. He needs one more really, really solid week to probably solidify that Ryder Cup spot. I think he's got it, but if he just has a nice, comfortable top 10, he's playing so well, long and straight off the tee, great middle iron play of late, and we know what he's been doing on the greens. I worry that it's bent grass because he's been putting so well on the Muta, but I'm down for some Cameron Young. So those are probably my two favorite plays in this 9K range. And I wouldn't mind Ben Griffin at $9,100. He's on the Ryder Cup team, but Ben Griffin has proven to be really long and a great long iron player. And we know we could do on the greens, has a win on bent grass already this year at Colonial. So I'm down for some BG at $9,100. Just simply play the hot golfer. 8K range, we got Matt Fitz down to Sung J M. We're finally getting a better price on Matt Fitz. He was at an egregious price last week. He didn't play great, but he didn't do anything too concerning to not go to him. So I think if you like Matt Fitz at all the last month, go to him here at $8,900. I think it's a great price more than anything. Then Chris Goddard up towards the middle, $8,500. Makes sense to me, but I worry about his chalk and I worry about his pressure because I think there's going to be a lot of pressure this week. Corey Connors, $8,400. The fact that this got moved from a par 72 to a par 70 and lengthened a little bit helps Corey Connors. Just a few less birdie putts are going to be needed to be made this week. And Corey Connors, we know where he struggles on the greens, but I expect him to hit fairways. I expect him to hit greens. I think this is a week where Corey Connors gets back into the top 10, $8,400. That'll do you very, very well. So my favorite plays in the 8K range are Corey Connors, are Matt Fitz, and those are my guys. 8K range. 7K range, Slick Rick down to Andrew Novak. And obviously, there's a short field, so we're flying through this. I like a few guys, 7.5 and below. At $7,500, Maverick McNeely. When there's a golf course that Rory McIlroy makes sense on, I like Maverick McNeely for that golf course. If you look at the comps, you look at the golf courses that Maverick has played well, they're golf courses that Rory has done well in his career. And you think about it, they're both driver putter driven guys. And I really think the driver putter build is going to bring you success this week. So Maverick around $7,500 is a great play in my opinion. And then Taylor Pendrith, $7,200. Taylor Pendrith is finding it off the tee, and he's gained an approach in 3 of his last 4 starts. He's got a T8 at Wilmington Country Club, which is a golf course that Patrick Cantlay's won at. It's a golf course that asks similar questions to Caves Valley, and it's in a similar area of the country. Pendy's finding it. Pendy's long off the tee, and Pendy can get very hot on the green. So $7,200. Maverick McNeely, Taylor Pendrith. If you need someone towards the top of the 7K range, I wouldn't mind going to Harry Hall. Harry Hall is $7,800 this week, and he's generally he's not generally a great putter. He's usually a really, really good putter, and he's played really good golf since Harry Hall has not missed a cut since the Players. I know they weren't all no-cut events, but he hasn't missed a cut since the Players. So I like what he's doing. I trust him to hit fairways, and I trust him to make some putts on the greens when you're going to have to make putts this week. So he's my play towards the top of the 7K range. 6K range, Sam Stevens, $6,500. I think he's a high ceiling for the 6K range. He's a golfer who is generally very accurate off the tee, and if you're hitting a ton of fairways, your ceiling just raises this week. Doesn't mean he's going to scorch it up, make a ton of birdies, but I think if he's hitting fairways like he usually does, he has a top 20 ceiling. And is that going to win you all the money at a 50-man field? No, but I think it raises his ceiling and it potentially pop a little bit. I would not mind going back to Ryan Gerard, who has a massive ball striking ceiling. Didn't do it last week, but I'm definitely down for Ryan Gerard. And then Ryan Fox, if you want to get risky, you want to win all the money, Ryan Fox is your guy because he can surely pop and win and contend in a field like this. Very long off the tee and a birdie maker. That's what Caves Valley is. So quick preview, quick DFS rundown. Hope you guys enjoyed. Any questions, you know where to find me. I will be at Caves Valley today. I'll be at Caves Valley while you're watching this. I'm currently walking the course. So tune in to the content at Matt_Gannon_, and I will catch you guys very soon next week. Peace out.